Stop before you ignore another golden dollar coin. Give me just 30 seconds. One of the coins you're about to see has fascinated collectors for years because the right date, mint mark, exceptional condition, or a genuine mint error can make it far more collectible than most people expect. Every day, these coins sit in jars, drawers, and old collections without anyone taking a closer look. But the final coin in today's video is the one that surprises even experienced collectors. So stay with me until the very end, and let's begin with the 2000D Sacagawea Dollar to discover what makes it so special. Top 1 coin. The 1955 Franklin half dollar is one of those classic American silver coins that continues to fascinate collectors generation after generation. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary 50-cent piece from the past, but experienced numismatists know that every Franklin half dollar tells a story far greater than its face value. Many of these coins quietly spent decades moving through banks, grocery stores, family businesses, and everyday transactions before finding their way into coin albums, inherited collections, and forgotten boxes. While the majority of circulated 1955 Franklin half dollars are valued mainly for their silver content and collector interest, exceptional uncirculated examples, certified high-grade coins, full bell-line specimens, and genuine mint-era varieties have earned strong respect among collectors. The excitement comes from learning how rarity, preservation, and originality separate an ordinary coin from one that collectors actively pursue. The Franklin half dollar series was introduced in 1948 to honor Benjamin Franklin, one of the most influential figures in American history. Franklin was a statesman, inventor, scientist, diplomat, printer, and one of the founding fathers of the United States. His portrait appears on the obverse with remarkable simplicity, reflecting the dignity and intelligence for which he is remembered. Unlike many earlier American coins that featured symbolic images of liberty, this series celebrated a real historical figure whose ideas and achievements helped shape the nation. The reverse features the famous Liberty Bell, one of America's most recognizable symbols of independence, alongside a small eagle added to satisfy legal requirements for the half-dollar denomination. The 1955 Franklin half dollar was struck at United States Mint facilities during a period when every half dollar still contained 90% silver and 10% copper. That precious metal composition immediately makes these coins attractive to both collectors and silver investors. Even worn examples remain desirable because they contain genuine silver, while well-preserved pieces attract additional attention for their historical significance and visual appeal. Every surviving coin represents a period when silver circulated naturally in everyday American commerce. Collectors carefully examine the mint mark because it identifies where the coin was produced. Philadelphia issues carry no mint mark, while Denver pieces display a small D above the Liberty Bell on the reverse. Each mint-produced coins with slightly different characteristics, and specialists often compare strike quality, luster, and preservation when building complete collections. Although many Franklin half dollars were produced, decades of circulation reduced the number of examples that still display exceptional surfaces and strong original detail. One of the most important qualities collectors search for is known as full bell lines, commonly abbreviated as FBL. On the reverse of the coin, the horizontal lines near the bottom of the Liberty Bell should appear complete and uninterrupted on sharply struck examples. Coins certified with full bell lines are generally much more difficult to locate because heavy circulation, weak strikes, or surface damage can interrupt these delicate details. For many Franklin half dollar collectors, finding a beautiful full bell lines example represents one of the greatest achievements within the series. Condition plays a major role in determining collector demand. A heavily circulated coin often shows flattened design details, contact marks, scratches, and reduced mint luster after years of everyday use. By contrast, an uncirculated specimen preserved since leaving the mint may still display brilliant original luster, sharply defined lettering, crisp hair details on Franklin's portrait, and impressive eye appeal. Professional grading services carefully evaluate originality, preservation, strike quality, and surface condition before assigning an official numerical grade. Even a 1-point improvement in grade can make a significant difference among advanced collectors searching for the finest known examples. Another exciting aspect of the 1955 Franklin half-dollar involves the possibility of genuine mint-made errors. Although strict quality control procedures existed, occasional production mistakes escaped inspection. Authentic mint errors such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, die chips, broad strikes, and other legitimate manufacturing varieties continue to attract collector attention because they represent unusual moments during the minting process. These genuine mint errors should never be confused with scratches, dents, polishing, corrosion, or damage that occurred after the coin entered circulation. Many beginning collectors believe cleaning an old silver coin improves its value because it appears brighter. Experienced numismatists almost always recommend leaving coins exactly as they are found. Cleaning removes the original mint surface, creates fine hairline scratches, and permanently changes the natural appearance of the coin. Original luster, attractive tunning, and untouched surfaces are generally far more desirable because they preserve authenticity and historical integrity. A naturally preserved Franklin half-dollar often receives greater collector appreciation than one that has been polished. The 1955 Franklin half-dollar also represents an important chapter in American monetary history. It belongs to the final generation of circulating United States half-dollars struck with 90% silver before major changes occurred in American coinage during the 1960s. Every surviving coin serves as a reminder of an era when silver circulated freely in everyday life, and when American coinage combined practical use with remarkable artistic design. Successful coin collecting depends on knowledge, patience, careful observation, and realistic expectations rather than unbelievable stories of instant wealth. Most 1955 Franklin half-dollars are appreciated for their silver content, historical importance, and collector appeal, while exceptional certified high-grade examples, full bell lines coins, and genuine mint-era pieces continue to command the strongest interest within the hobby. Before spending or selling one, carefully examine its mint mark, strike quality, bell lines, originality, and overall condition. Whether discovered in an inherited collection, an old coin album, a safe deposit box, or a forgotten family keepsake, the 1955 Franklin half-dollar remains one of the most admired classic silver coins ever produced by the United States Mint, connecting today's collectors with an important chapter of American history. The coin number 2. Imagine reaching into an old coin jar, a forgotten drawer, or an inherited collection, and finding a 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony $1 coin. To most people, it looks like an ordinary dollar, but experienced collectors know that every coin deserves a closer inspection before being spent. The excitement surrounding this coin is not because every example is rare, but because exceptional condition, genuine mint-made errors, and outstanding preservation can make certain pieces far more desirable than ordinary circulation coins. That is exactly why collectors continue searching through old collections every year, hoping to discover an overlooked treasure hiding in plain sight. The Susan B. Anthony dollar holds a unique place in United States history because it became the first circulating American coin to feature the portrait of a real American woman instead of the traditional image of liberty. Susan B. Anthony dedicated her life to advancing women's rights and equal voting rights, making her one of the most influential figures in American history. When the United States Mint selected her portrait for the new dollar coin in 1979, it marked an important milestone that transformed the nation's coinage forever. Every surviving Susan B. Anthony dollar represents not only a piece of money, but also a lasting tribute to one of America's greatest reformers. The 1979 D issue was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark on the obverse. Millions were produced, yet the series faced an unexpected challenge almost immediately. Because the coin was similar in size and color to the Washington quarter, many Americans confused the two during everyday transactions. Instead of becoming a popular circulating dollar, large numbers were stored in banks, government vaults, and private collections. Today, that unusual history explains why many examples remain available in attractive condition, although truly exceptional coins are still difficult to find. When collectors evaluate a 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar, condition becomes one of the most important considerations. Coins that circulated heavily often display worn high points, contact marks, scratches, and dull surfaces. In contrast, uncirculated examples that have been carefully preserved since leaving the mint may still exhibit brilliant mint luster, sharp design details, and exceptional eye appeal. Those qualities immediately attract greater collector interest because they preserve the appearance intended by the engravers more than 4 decades ago. Professional grading services examine these coins with remarkable precision. Specialists evaluate strike quality, preservation, originality, luster, and surface condition before assigning an official numerical grade. Even a single-point difference at the highest levels of the grading scale can dramatically influence collector demand because only a limited number of coins survive in nearly flawless condition. Registry set collectors often compete to own the finest certified examples available, making top-grade coins especially desirable within the hobby. One of the most exciting aspects of searching for the 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar is looking for genuine mint-made errors. Although quality control procedures were carefully followed, occasional production mistakes escaped inspection. Authentic mint errors such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, die chips, broad strikes, and other legitimate varieties remain highly interesting because each one represents a unique event during the minting process. These mint-made errors should never be confused with scratches, dents, corrosion, polishing, or damage that occurred after the coin entered circulation, since post-mint damage generally reduces collector appeal. Many beginning collectors believe cleaning an old coin will increase its value because the surfaces become brighter. Experienced numismatists almost always recommend leaving coins exactly as they are found. Cleaning removes the original mint surface, creates tiny hairline scratches, and permanently changes the coin's appearance. Original luster and untouched surfaces are highly valued because they preserve authenticity and historical integrity. A naturally preserved coin often receives much greater collector appreciation than one that has been polished. Beyond its collector appeal, the 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar represents an important chapter in American history. It reflects the nation's decision to honor Susan B. Anthony's lifelong commitment to equality while also encouraging the use of small dollar coins in everyday commerce. Although the coin never achieved widespread circulation success, it eventually became one of the most recognized modern U.S. coin series, admired by collectors for both its history and its significance. Successful coin collecting is built on patience, careful observation, and knowledge rather than unrealistic expectations. Most 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollars remain ordinary $1 coins, but exceptional certified high-grade examples and genuine mint-era pieces continue to attract the strongest collector interest. Learning how to identify those characteristics is one of the most rewarding parts of the hobby because every coin has the potential to teach something about American history and the art of coin production. Before spending a 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar, take a few moments to examine it carefully. Look at the mint mark, inspect the surfaces under good lighting, search for genuine mint-made errors, and appreciate the remarkable history behind the coin. Whether it came from an inherited collection, an old bank roll, a forgotten drawer, or loose change, it represents a fascinating era in United States coinage. Even if your coin turns out to be worth only face value, it still tells the story of a historic design that changed American currency forever and remains one of the most important modern coins ever issued by the United States Mint. The coin number 3. The 2000 D. Sacagawea $1 coin is one of the most recognizable modern golden dollars ever produced by the United States Mint. At first glance, it may appear to be just another $1 coin, but collectors know that every Sacagawea dollar deserves a careful look before it is spent. Hidden among millions of ordinary coins are examples with exceptional preservation, outstanding eye appeal, and genuine mint-made errors that have earned the attention of collectors across the country. That possibility is what keeps coin enthusiasts searching through old collections, bank rolls, forgotten drawers, and family coin jars year after year. Sometimes, the most interesting discoveries begin with a coin that almost everyone else ignores. The Sacagawea dollar was introduced in the year 2000 to replace the Susan B. Anthony dollar and to encourage greater use of dollar coins in everyday commerce. The United States Mint selected Sacagawea. The young Shoshone woman who played a vital role during the Lewis and Clark expedition as the central figure on the new coin. Carrying her infant son Jean-Baptiste on her back, she became a symbol of courage, leadership, exploration, and determination. Her portrait gives this coin a unique place in American history because it honors a woman whose guidance helped shape one of the nation's most famous expeditions. The reverse of the original 2000 Sacagawea dollar features a soaring eagle surrounded by 17 stars representing the states that existed when the Lewis and Clark expedition began. Together, the obverse and reverse designs celebrate exploration, national growth, and the enduring spirit of discovery. Although these coins appear golden in color, they are not made of gold. Instead, they are struck from a carefully engineered alloy that gives them their distinctive appearance while remaining suitable for everyday circulation. The small D mint mark identifies this coin as having been struck at the Denver Mint. Millions of 2000 D Sacagawea dollars were produced, making most circulated examples common. However, collectors understand that rarity is not determined by mintage alone. Preservation, strike quality, originality, and genuine mint-made errors often separate ordinary coins from those that receive significant collector attention. That is why experienced numismatists carefully examine every coin instead of assuming that all examples are the same. Condition plays a major role in collector demand. A coin that spent years circulating through cash registers, vending machines, and pockets may show scratches, contact marks, dull surfaces, and worn high points. In contrast, an uncirculated coin stored carefully since leaving the mint may still display brilliant original luster, sharply defined details, and exceptional eye appeal. Professional grading services evaluate these characteristics carefully before assigning an official numerical grade. Even a 1-point improvement at the highest grading levels can make a noticeable difference because nearly flawless modern coins become increasingly difficult to locate. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting the 2000 D Sacagawea dollar is searching for genuine mint-made errors and special varieties. Collectors have long been fascinated by authentic mint errors such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, die chips, broad strikes, and other production mistakes that escaped quality control. These genuine errors should never be confused with scratches, dents, polishing, corrosion, or other damage that occurred after the coin entered circulation. Careful examination under proper lighting often reveals details that casual observers completely overlook. Many beginning collectors believe that polishing an old coin improves its appearance and increases its value. Experienced numismatists generally recommend leaving coins exactly as they are found. Cleaning removes the original mint surface, creates fine hairline scratches, and permanently changes the natural appearance of the coin. Original luster, attractive tunning, and untouched surfaces are almost always preferred because they preserve authenticity and historical character. A naturally preserved Sacagawea dollar is generally far more appealing to collectors than one that has been cleaned. The 2000 Sacagawea dollar also represents an important turning point in modern American coinage. It honored a remarkable historical figure while introducing a fresh new design intended to renew public interest in dollar coins. Although the coin never completely replaced the $1 bill in everyday circulation, it became a favorite among collectors because of its beautiful artwork, historical significance, and interesting varieties. More than 2 decades later, it remains one of the most widely collected modern United States coin series. Successful coin collecting is built on patience, knowledge, careful observation, and realistic expectations. Most 2000 D Sacagawea dollars remain ordinary circulation coins, but exceptional certified high-grade examples and genuine mint-era pieces continue to attract the strongest collector interest. Learning how to recognize those special characteristics is one of the most rewarding parts of the hobby because every coin tells a story that extends far beyond its face value. Before spending a 2000D Sacagawea $1 coin, examine it carefully. Check the mint mark, inspect the surfaces, look for original luster, and watch for genuine mint-made errors. Whether it comes from an inherited collection, a bank roll, an old coin album, or loose change, it represents an important chapter in American history and modern United States coinage. Even if your coin turns out to be worth only $1, it remains a lasting tribute to Sacagawea's extraordinary legacy, and a reminder that some of history's greatest stories are preserved on the smallest pieces of metal.